Well, they're not giving them any deep shots down the field. They're tackling very well, and then the run game has been non-existent since then.
What a hit. Gibson with a hit. Mingo picks it up. Flag has been thrown. Finley is down. And there go the whistles, and the Packer training staff running out there. And that picture says it all. It was a gain of 10.
This may be a hit to the head of Finley. You can see he has turf on the front of his helmet on the face mask, which means there was a face plant right into the ground, which is enough to ding a receiver. Hit right there and then see his face into the ground, which would hurt even more. He is defenseless. He did get 2 steps, and then there's the hit.
Up front.
180!
3rd and 6. Haney's pass. Johnny Knox. Fumble. Ball's loose. And the Seahawks have the football. Earl Thomas came up with it after Johnny Knox caught it and lost it. And Johnny is down. Johnny Knox injury again. It was Chancellor who knocked the ball loose after the catch, but Anthony Hargrove, number 94, coming in afterwards. He slams head on with Knox.
And you can see what happens to Knox here as he loses the ball. Watch as he lays out, and then Hargrove going for it at the same time catches him right under the chin and just bends his body backwards, clearly in the direction, Chris, the body's not supposed to go.
At the 27. Morrell close to the 30, a gain of about 3.
Reggie Brown, the injured Lion, and from the action of coaches and players, this not an ordinary injury. They call for the card. Here comes the stretcher.
See Bobby Ross, the coach, the head coach is out there just telling his players to go back to the sideline.
Even players for the Lions hurrying that stretcher into place. Here's the injury. 59 is Brown. His helmet jammed down into the shoulders.
An accident that happens. Here's a man making a tackle. Another man is knocked into him. Both guys are doing their job, and unfortunately, someone gets injured.
Kaepernick. Pass is incomplete, and no flag is thrown. John Baldwin looked like he had his jersey grabbed by Jabari Greer, and now Greer can't get up. Let's see if Greer doesn't get a handful of jersey.
Well, they're in man coverage underneath, and certainly the right hand was on the shoulder there of John Baldwin. Yep, there's the pull on the jersey.
And it's Greer who can't get up. They're going to bring out a brace for the left leg of Jabari Greer, and it's not a pretty picture. The left knee and ankle, and so he has not been able to get up since. Here's what the officiating crew missed: was a right hand on the left shoulder and jersey of Baldwin. Baldwin, who has only 3 catches this season. And now this Saints defense on 3rd down has 15 consecutive stops. 5-yard completion when it looked like Favre would be sacked. Now the handoff to Bennett, got 4 over the left side, and Sterling Sharp is down. Sterling Sharp down and in obvious pain. Sterling Sharp about to head to his 5th Pro Bowl.
That's a bad sign for the Packers. And what happens is he's right here. He gets involved in a block. I mean, he's so big and strong. He gets involved in the run play, and you see him there taking on the defensive back. And boy, he took it right on the numbers.
Something is wrong with Sterling Sharp. We hope to have an answer when we return.
Edwards hits him full force, and take a look at Sterling Sharp's head right there. He snaps his head back, and I believe it's probably a stinger. It's probably one of those deals. And you don't know how serious it is, because anytime the neck is involved, it could be awful. I mean, it could be tragic.
Maybe I could sing the whole song, 20-17 Buffalo, but I won't. Kelly tries to hit Russell Copeland in the flat. Anthony Phillips picks it off. Watch what happens. Kelly makes a great athletic tackle, but unfortunately, this is, watch carefully here. Anthony Phillips, turn away if you don't want to see this. Phillips' leg snaps. Clean tackle, a good play by Kelly, but boy, broken tibia, fibula. Everyone obviously concerned on hopefully Anthony Phillips.
Here we go, second half. Lindell kicking it off. Hickson is the return man for Denver, and he will field it at the goal line. Left side, stumbles a bit, gets up to the 10 to the 15. Hickson meets a brick wall of Buffalo defenders, and he goes down at the 21-yard line. And there's a Bills player face down there, too. Looks like Kevin Everett.
Now the ambulance has made its way out onto the field, too, so boy, this is the worst thing you ever want to see anybody have to deal with in a football game.
On this.
To have him playing great football, because a lot of other people were. Bo Jackson has some room. One man to beat, and from behind, Kevin Walker saves another touchdown. This is just what the Bengals wanted to avoid.
And Walker, as he made the tackle, had only the one leg to grab, and apparently Bo Jackson, shaken up a bit, has not gotten to his feet as yet. That was a 34-yard run by Jackson, who does not appear to be seriously injured and gets a big hand from this crowd. What a player.
He may have pulled a muscle as he was trying to pull away from a tackle, because he really wasn't hit on the knee. Now watch Kevin Walker in the final analysis. He's been making all kinds of plays. He's pulling on that leg, and it could be that he just pulled a muscle that Bo did trying to pull away.
Check down. Stewart with a nice move and a first down. Slow to get up is Nick Collins. He's down at the 30-yard line. And a sight we hate to see. This is Nick Collins down, and they've brought out the board and the stretcher.
Well, there's always cause for concern when you see the stretcher or the board come out, but one thing that the medical departments in the NFL do is they do not mess around. They take care of their players, and if there's any question at all whether or not a guy has a neck or a head injury, then they're going to take every precaution to get him off the field safely. And you see here Collins' head just hits the lower butt of Stewart in an awkward way and kind of tweaks it there. But we'll keep our fingers crossed here.
At least he's able to wave to the crowd there. That's always encouraging.
I like that they got him out there and showed him, but right now, the way this game's unfolded, I'd like to see Cobb on the field more. Here is the fullback, a Pro Bowler last year, Leonard Weaver, good for one. As you said, give Cobb, and now Leonard Weaver is injured. And that'll bring Andy Reid out onto the field. Oh, a nasty injury to the left leg of Leonard Weaver. A huge hand for Leonard Weaver, who had a brilliant season, 2009. It's a Pro Bowler, carried the ball 70 times, averaged over 4.5 yards per carry, caught it 15 times, 2 touchdowns, and just a gruesome injury to that left knee.
The fullback so he could make the team.
They say he has very good hands in addition to being tough. Irvin makes the catch from Aikman. Picked up about 8. Bobby Taylor with Michael Irvin, who stays down.
Here's Michael Irvin. He's going to run the slant. You see, he's going to cover about 4 yards and just come to the inside. Bobby Taylor was a little slow getting a jump on that, and it was the second guy in that got Michael Irvin.
Somebody flashed by, hit him in the back, maybe in the helmet with a knee. I think it was Houck.
Yeah, you know, we talk about hitters. The Eagles have one in this Tim Houck. He's number 45, and it looks like him. He's going to come flying by. You see, Irvin sees him, and Houck comes and just lowers it on him right there.
Game against the Patriots.
Grogan will put it in the air. Oh, the intended receiver is Darryl Stingley. The man he ran into was Jack Tatum, and Stingley is down.
it was a play that you make 1,000 times in a game or during a season, and you hit a guy, and you always expect him to get up. And Stingley just didn't get up.
Tatum's hit turned Stingley, a budding star wide receiver, into a quadriplegic. Even though no flags were thrown on the play and no fines were levied against Tatum, his motives were questioned.
Moves down to the 16-yard line. And that sets up Kramer to Clark again for the touchdown, an 11-yarder, putting Detroit up 14-10 in the fourth. On the play, offensive lineman Mike Utley suffered a back injury. He was taken to the hospital for x-rays.
The move behind Peyton, Tim Brown, and Franco Harris. First and 10. Riggins, flea flicker, back to Theismann. Theismann's in a lot of trouble. And it was Lawrence Taylor who slammed Theismann to the ground at the 42-yard line. The blitz was on. That's not necessarily a good play to have called. And quickly, Lawrence Taylor was up saying Theismann is hurt. And I don't believe Lawrence Taylor would have reacted that way unless Theismann is really hurt. He slammed him to the natural surface here. The blitz was on. That is not a good call to have with the blitz on. Theismann had no chance at all to get downfield with it. Let's take a look at with our reverse angle camera. He's looking deep, but he knows he's in trouble. Lawrence Taylor, number 56, right there. Carson is number 53. But it's Taylor over Carson, slamming, and you see the right knee, the right foot. That's the ankle. And I knew that something was